G'day again. I just want to get on quickly today and just talk little bit about where your mindset's at and how to change it, and possibly some things on why, if you've got a bad mindset right now and you're feeling down, and put in whatever word you want to there, as opposed to keeping yourself up and vibrant and alive and energetic and all the rest of it. So in a book that I'm reading currently, written by my coach, one of the things he says is drama is the anthem of stress. So drama is the anthem of stress. So if you've got drama in your life, it's actually causing you stress. So there are things you need to do to stay away from drama, right? Now, one of the things you need to do to stay away from drama is obviously the news. Stay away from the freaking news, because the news is just drama with a capital D-R-A-M-A. It's just the worst kind, right? Now, I'll give you a couple of things. As you know, I don't watch television. I just reckon it's just shit. Now, I'll give you one little caveat with that. There is a show on the moment that I do watch. It's called SAS Australia. Now, the reason I watch it is because I study human behaviour, right? Now, on that show, it's so classic of how they drive fear into you and how you react to fear, right? Now, if you watch that show, yes, there's drama involved with it, I get it. But if you can put the drama aside, right, and look at people's reactions, their body language, how they just break down based on nothing but a thought. So last night, they were lowered into cold water inside a vehicle with a seatbelt on, and they had to stay underwater for 40 seconds. And they weren't allowed to come out until they were tapped on the shoulder, right? Now, obviously, some people didn't get through it and they came out early and all that sort of stuff, so they failed the challenge. Some people didn't even get to it. One person, I'm not going to name names here, and if you watch the show, you'll know who it is, but one person actually quit the show. He said, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I don't need to be here. I don't need to prove anything to myself, which is another issue that I'm not going to get into today. There's drama, but that helps you understand how you would feel in given situations, on how you would react to whether you would go, yeah, this is no problem for me. I wouldn't fear it. I'd go with it. Now, I'm no good with heights, but there was one the other night. I thought, yeah, I'll probably struggle with it. I know I'd get through it because I know how to control my mindset, but I would definitely struggle with it, without a doubt. 100% I would definitely struggle with it. The water one yesterday I wouldn't be a problem with, but everybody's going to react differently. Now, there is another show on television that I just refuse to watch. In fact, I can't even watch the ads for it. It's called The Block. It is the most dramatic load of bullshit that you could possibly put yourself through. And if you actually sit there and watch it and notice how you feel while you watch it, I guarantee you'll be in a stress state. Guarantee it. The whole show is designed to do that to you. It's designed to hook you in. That's what drama does. It hooks you in. So when you understand to stay away from drama, leave the news off, leave the fucking block off for one thing. Leave it off. It's not doing you any good whatsoever. In fact, don't even watch television. If it's your nemesis, get away from television. If social media is your nemesis, get away from it. Now, a couple of things I wanted to talk about today, because I'm in Melbourne, and I know a lot of places around the world have been through lockdowns. We're currently in a lockdown. It's extended. It's the longest lockdown. Our Premier just has no clue how to get us out of this stuff, so he just keeps locking us all down and making all these ridiculous rules. But anyway, I'm not going to go into that. What I want to go into is how to stay positive. What positive things can you do during this time? Because there's so much drama in the media, so much drama going around with masks and vaccines and who's having them and who's not, and when are we getting out and when can we travel, and just everything is revolved around drama right now. So what can we do that's some positives during this time, this COVID period, where we are locked down, where we aren't living what we would class as our normal style of lifestyle? Because what's the one thing we've all got in common? Or not all, but a majority of people, probably at least 80% of people have all got in common at the moment. It's time. Time is the most precious commodity that we as human beings have. It is the most precious commodity. Now, if you've got time on your hands now, how about using it wisely whilst you've got the time? Because think about back to before COVID, right? Everyone was going, I don't have time, I don't have time, I don't have time, I don't have time to do that, right? Now, it's a bullshit excuse, and again, I'm not going to get into that here, but time is the one thing you've got on your hands right now. So if you were saying you don't have time back then, and you still haven't done the things you said you don't have time for, you're full of shit, right? Honestly, it's just an excuse, right? Now, if you've got time, here's another thing that you'll probably experience somewhere down the track. Boredom. Boredom is actually a fantastic thing to have. Do you know why? Because it creates creativity. If you're bored, what are you going to do? Your default program will be to go to social media news, Netflix, anything that you don't have to think about. But if you're bored and you get creative, what are some things that you can do with the extra time that you've got that you say you've now got it, and you're bored. So let's do some stuff with that time, all right? Let's do some exercise, all right? Keep the fitness up. Oh, couldn't be bothered doing that. Well, if you couldn't be bothered doing that, wait till 10 years down the track. You'll probably wish you did, all right? What's some other things you can do? Learn a new skill, right? Learn, I don't know, to play a musical instrument. Learn a new language. Learn, I don't know, how to trade stocks or crypto, right? If that's your thing. If you want to make some more money whilst you're sitting on your ass with all this time, then learn a skill that is going to get you the ability to do that down the track, even if it takes you a little while. All right, do something with your time that is going to benefit you down the track. And if that's trading stocks or crypto or learning a new skill, like you might want to play the guitar and join a band and make some money on the side as playing in a band. Whatever it is, it is. Here's another one. If you've got little kids, learn with your children. All right? Now, just because they're supposed to be at school and online learning in front of a computer doesn't mean that's the only way to learn. Take them outside. Introduce them to nature. Get them involved in finding insects and whatever else is around the place. Explain things to them. Learn with them. Get involved with them. Kids will freaking love the fact that you're spending time with them. They will absolutely love it, and you will love it as well, particularly if they're your kids, obviously, right? If they're not your kids, you'll still love it, but if they're your kids, you'll absolutely love it. Get outside. Get out from the computer. Get out into nature and fresh air. That alone will have a chemical reaction on your body that is positive, all right? Again, I'm not going to get into the whole way that works right now, but hit just some ideas, right? Improve your culinary skills. Try cooking something that you've never done before. Find a recipe, go and buy the ingredients, and do something different, all right? I love biscuits, so I've made biscuits. The other day, I made tiramisu. The first one was a complete and utter failure. Unfortunately, I gave it to my mother-in-law, but I'll make her a good one, all right? I'll make up for it. But my second tiramisu was really good. It actually worked out really well. Get out in the garden is another thing. Build a bird feeder or a planter box. Paint the house, right? Just do the things you said you never had time for, all right? Because by doing that, it creates creativity and it gets momentum going with something other than sitting in front of a freaking computer or a television screen. That's one-way information. You need two-way information, talking to other people or getting interactive into something you don't normally do. Keep this thing ticking along, because if the television and the computer screen are the two things that's entertaining this is not entertained. This is bored. This is absolutely bored. And that will have detrimental effects on your health later in life. If you keep yourself entertained now, entertain yourself and learn something new, get some new skills, it's going to help you down the track. Hope you have a fantastic day. If you've got any questions you want to hit me up, if you want to know anything about crypto, if you want to borrow some tools from me, if you're local to me, I've got tools you can build stuff with. I can even help you do it. All right? So hit me up if you've got any questions at all. Have a great day. Cheers.